The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus once said, "You can't step into the same river twice." In other words, change is the only constant, whether it's your environment or you. In this video, we'll go over the strategies that will help you navigate the 6 stages of change so that you'll be equipped with the wisdom to adapt. 1. Ignorance. Most ignorance is vincible ignorance. We don't know because we don't want to know. Aldous Huxley. In an era of information, vast amounts of knowledge are available to us, with the caveat of our will. If we choose to invest our time in noble pursuits, we open our minds to different and better ways of perceiving the world and ourselves. As such, we also gather a more complete picture of changes ongoing and methods to adjust to them. Fear is incomplete knowledge. Agatha Christie. Without insight from others, you are limited to your current knowledge, which hinders growth, our response to change. So take time to learn something new and be open to learning things that are seemingly irrelevant. As the saying goes, no effort is ever wasted. 2. Contemplation. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Alexis Carrel. Like the sculptor, you need a vision of who you want to be. If you cannot find an answer, don't panic. In our time and age, the most common reason why we can't get beyond this stage is distraction. Being distracted is the catalyst for being disoriented and indecisive. To overcome this, start by setting aside at least 20 to 30 minutes every day without external input, aka no screens. As you begin to carry out your plans, the requirements for reducing screen time grow. This will likely be accompanied by the realization of how much life can be lost in ambivalence, and the trade-off isn't worth it anymore. 3. Preparation. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. At this stage, your intentions need actionable steps. One of my favorite productive pieces of advice is what gets measured gets improved, or some variation. So if you are someone who has fallen off the bandwagon before because you haven't seen any progress, this upcoming tip is for you. Determine the daily input or task required to accomplish your goal and create a system that visually represents you doing the task. For example, a simple check mark on your planner each time you do the task. 4. Action. We regret the things we don't do more than the things we do. Mark Twain. Now that you are clear on what behavior you must do to achieve your goal, you must act. Here, the roadblock becomes basing your actions on your emotions. To avoid it, you need a minimum viable product from step 3 to execute, an achievable daily task. It also helps to defer relying on your emotions until after the task is done. Resolve to determine whether something was worth doing by looking back on the work, not projecting into the future. 5. Maintenance. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Consistency will get the change to occur, and it is needed to keep it. Each time you complete a task, it is like you're watering a flower, helping the new habit to grow. Your actions may feel easier after a while because you've developed the habit. As a result, the work has an opportunity to work on you as you work on it, and you begin to change yourself and the environment according to your direction. 6. Relapse. It always takes longer than you expect, even when you take into account Hofstadter's law. Hofstadter's law. Lastly, expect setbacks and embrace Hofstadter's law. This law states that it will take twice as long and cost twice as much than you initially expected. I regularly use this law as a reminder when I think something will be easy, but it is equally powerful as a motivator. Our greatest glory is not in ever falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Let your failures become learning opportunities so that you can pursue your path and lead others in the same. A bonus for making it this far. Once you reach your goal, remember to reevaluate because you will find yourself back at step 1. But be cautious. Reevaluating the method before you act is an emotional roadblock and does not fall into this step. A little advice from Lao Tzu. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. There you have it, the 6 stages of transformation. I post new videos every week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you know of someone who might appreciate this kind of content, feel free to share. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.